So, Halloween's just passed, and according to Newt's Commander in one of the trailers for the upcoming Crimes of Grindelwald movie, there's nothing scary than working a dead-end office job. Hey! Don't know how many takes it took me to do that. Good joke. Hello, Internet allies. So, because I've got a form of high-functioning autism known as Asperger syndrome, I've made a number of autism-related content on this YouTube channel. And today I wanted to make another video about something that's been on my mind for quite a while, which is basically employment and the world of work. Hey. And I think the reason for this is because I remember reading on the National Autistic Society website that only 16% of people with autism or adults with autism are in full-time employment, and only 32% of adults are in some form of work. And today I just wanted to talk a little bit about why I think that is, as well as a couple of my experiences in the world of work, and also maybe advice / D.Va demands I'd give to people if I was to basically apply for a job in the future, or if I was to give somebody else on the spectrum advice on how to apply for a job. This is what this video is about. Here we go. So first off, I think volunteering is a great way to basically start thinking about the world of work. Even though it's not paid employment, it's great experience, a great thing to put on your CV. I did a voluntary work placement at my final year at uni, at a local special school, which I think was a very positive experience. And you know, everybody there was really nice. And yeah, it kind of got me into a bit more of a mindset about, you know, how to basically go about, you know, work and whatnot, really. I didn't have my first paid job until I was 20 years old, and I think the reason for this was because I did want to focus more on my studies, because the media courses I did at college and uni, they involved a lot of self-directed study time, and I feel like if I had a part-time job alongside that, I don't think I would have been able to have coped with balancing them both. I mean, some people can, some people do. I mean, I was lucky enough that, you know, I was living at home at the time. I still am now, to be honest, with my parents, so you know. But yeah, so it really wasn't as much pressure for me to basically find work at that time, so which I'm kind of grateful for, because I don't think I would have done nearly as well on those courses or gotten nearly as much out of those courses as I did. So the last and probably most recent thing I'm going to say about my background in the world of work is that I worked in a cinema for 6 months this year. I've recently left that job now because there's a few reasons because of this, but I think the main reason is basically I want to focus a bit more on my self-employed videography idea, and it was kind of getting a lot harder to balance developing that and also working at the cinema. So yeah, on to advice and D.Va demands of jobs and whatnot. Yay! The first little tidbit of advice I'd give for people on the spectrum, for applying for jobs, is make sure you're mentally prepared for the world of work and some of the challenges and demands that can bring, because, you know, I didn't start my first paid job until I was 20, and I don't think I would have been able to have coped really if I'd started a job before that, because of balancing my studies and whatnot. And you know, I've met some people over the years on the spectrum that I don't think probably would be able to cope or would be ready yet to cope with the world of work, and that's absolutely fine. A couple of reasons why I wanted to make this video is basically to raise awareness of autism in the workplace, and also to sort of break that stigma that you know, if people aren't working because of a disability, then it doesn't make them lazy or anything. I will say, in adult life, I think having a job is great for independence, great for confidence building, great for even building up social skills and whatnot as well, and even life skills. And I think really, the world of work is probably one of the best places or easiest places to basically meet new people, really. So yeah, so basically I'd actively encourage people to at least, you know, maybe try, you know, if they feel they can cope with the workplace, you know, try applying for jobs and stuff like that, because I do think that like people on the spectrum, you know, they will try the hardest, you know, they will put their utmost into what they're doing and stuff. Like job searching, I know can be quite daunting and quite overwhelming, especially being on the spectrum. You know, I can take things quite literally, and job descriptions are no exception to this. You know, basically if I find like the perfect job online, but then it says you need, like, say for example, like 2 years experience in this kind of field or whatever, I'd be like, that would kind of like really put me off like applying for that job, because even though it would sound like absolutely perfect for me, because yeah, and that'd be real shame really, to be honest. So yeah, and you know, maybe like try and like narrow it down to perhaps maybe 4 or 5 job roles that you'd be happy with working in. Right then, so that's it for advice. So now on to D.Va demands. Yeah, woo! Rob's D.Va demands for future work. Yeah, I think the first thing, and probably the most important thing that I'd be looking for in a workplace, is, you know, regular one-to-one support. So basically somebody I can talk to on a regular basis, perhaps like once a week, you know, even if it's just for 5 minutes, just checking how I am and, you know, making sure I'm on the right track with things, and, you know, just kind of a way to kind of like talk about what I think's going well, what I think I might be struggling with, what I think I might need help with. So yeah, I think one-to-one support, like really for anybody on the spectrum, is absolutely crucial. I'll also say something else, which is basically I don't like having to tuck in a shirt, because I find that kind of constriction like really uncomfortable. So I think basically if I was to basically go for a job which would require me to wear a uniform or require me to have a shirt tucked in, like I'd say, look, I can't do this, I can't like have my shirt tucked in because I find it too physically uncomfortable, and I think it would affect like my mental well-being and my performance at work, really, to be honest. I mean, I've been lucky in the fact that like since leaving school I've not been asked to tuck my shirt in at all, so I don't really know why schools make such a big deal about that, to be honest. It's ridiculous, I think. I also think in the workplace, I think it's very important for somebody on the spectrum to basically have like set tasks for each day. So it would really help me if I knew like, okay, I'm going to be doing this, this and this during my shift or whatever. So for example, this could be like taking photos, checking tickets. This is just examples from previous jobs and whatnot. Cleaning and whatnot, or, you know, maybe filming this, or, you know, like doing this activity with this person or whatever, or you'll be working with this person and this person. So just so just so I've got like a bit of a goal and stuff like that, and so, just so I'm not like running around frantically like a headless chicken and whatnot. I think the last thing I want to mention is something that ideally I'd like, but sometimes this could maybe be beyond my control, is because I really like routine. A lot of people on the spectrum like routine. Like on my previous job, I found it really hard to adapt to a rota system, because, you know, because of like my other commitments such as my videography, setting up that business and whatnot, and also just kind of planning ahead, planning my life, planning things outside of work such as, you know, family time, social time, and all this other stuff. You know, it was really hard for me to basically plan my life, and it caused me a lot of anxiety. So ideally, like, you know, I'd probably want something where like I had fixed hours and fixed days and whatnot. So for example, say I was working like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Saturday, Sunday, or like any combination of days, but like at set times as well. So it could be like from 10 till 4, 9 till 5, you know, all that kind of stuff really. And I think that would make things a lot easier for me to like plan ahead and plan my life. I mean, you know, it has mean I've lost contact with a few people as well, which I'm really sad about. I need to kind of get back in contact with people. That's pretty much it for my D.Va demands and my autism/employment video. Thank you very much for putting up with this little ramble, guys. I hope this helps some people. Yeah, if you'd like to see more autism related content on my channel, please click on subscribe, and as always guys, I hope you're on a wonderful day, and until next time, T-Mars blasting off again. Bye bye.